Spoiler alert, save your money. Just buy the real thing. The real question, is it worth it to build your own pedal kits? So I have here 2 pedal kits. We'll talk about them both real quick. When you order a pedal kit, what you actually get are components. Do not think that if you order a pedal kit, you're getting a unbranded box with a built-in pedal or all that stuff and all that stuff. You get components. You have to take those components and put them onto a circuit board and solder those in. Soldering onto a circuit board is a little more challenging than normal soldering if you're just putting 2 wires together or hooking up pickups or a switch on your guitar. If you're putting in a coil tap or a phase switching or any of those sorts of things, that is actually easier soldering than soldering onto a circuit board. And you will get a literal pile of components. You'll get resistors, transistors, capacitors, diodes. You'll get the little potentiometers. All these things you have to wind up mounting, which isn't that difficult, but you have to solder those things in. There is some real labor involved when you do your own pedals. And is it really worth the trouble? So if we take this guy, so I don't know if you can read that, but this is, in fact, we can get it really close, can't we? This is the Brown Sound in a box pedal. And it's a really good pedal. It has high quality components. For me, it was easy to do because I studied electronics for a little bit. So soldering onto a circuit board isn't that hard. I know what the components are, what they do, how they get mounted, all those sorts of things. So for me, it was a fairly easy thing to do. It was an interesting distraction for an evening while I built this thing. What did I get though? So this pedal cost, I think the kit is, when I bought it, was about $79. And you get the box, you get all the components and stuff. I made my own labels because I found some labels that were roughly the same size as the box, so I didn't have to paint it or anything like that, and that's another whole issue. So when I built this thing, it was about $79, and it is a great pedal. It sounds really, really close to the $50 Boss DS1 pedal. So I paid $30 extra to build my own pedal that doesn't have a warranty, it does not have a finish, it does not have, I cannot return it. It has, if I screwed something up, I would have to email and figure out, troubleshoot it basically, back and forth with the company. If I couldn't figure it out myself, I had 0 problems with this. It worked exactly perfectly because I have a general idea of what I'm doing. But I paid $30 extra for something that sounds significantly like the Boss DS1 $50, I think it's orange, distortion pedal that everyone used to have before the amp and a box pedals became a real big deal. Is that really worth it? If we look at the extra, or the other pedal, this one, another pedal, it's got high quality enclosures, got high quality components to it. Now this one, I don't remember where I got it from. It says TS808 on it because it is a Tube Screamer knockoff. Now, what makes this Tube Screamer knockoff slightly special is it has this little switch over here. The switch has 3 positions on it. One is something like a TS808. Then there's a TS9, and then there's an optional or other way to get distortion, other op amp or whatever it is they're using. So a third way. So there's 3 different modes on this. That is amazing. It's amazing. And it sounds almost exactly like the Ibanez Tube Screamer. This is a TS9 from 30 years ago. You can see it's off of my pedal board, so it's got the it's got the Velcro on it, and now there's dog hair all over it. It sounds ridiculously similar to this. I mean, these things, I have a couple of these pedals, and they don't sound exactly the same. There's variations within the pedals themselves. So getting this guy, it sounds really close to that. This pedal cost me $90, I think, to make. I could get One of these, I think brand new, for $100. I think I paid 120 when I bought these. They were more expensive back then. I could get these used, I think, for down $70, $65 or so. This one is painted, obviously. It had a warranty when it was new, for sure. It was returnable. This one's resellable. This is absolutely works. This cost less than this, and they sound almost identical no matter what mode it's in over here. Was it really worth it? Again, it's not painted, there's no warranty, there's zero resale value, there's no good excuse for this, and it was a lot of labor on my part because I had to do all of the labor. Are these pedals really worth it? I argue that they are not. Spoiler alert, save your money. Just buy the real thing. Buy the real thing used. Now, if there's something like if someone has a Klon knockoff that is a fairly close to a real Klon, which I don't know what a real Klon sounds like because I've never been near a $5,000 pedal, maybe it's worth it then. But for most of these pedals, there is a real equivalent, the actual thing, that you can get used for cheaper. So my biggest problem with these pedals is not that you get a pile of components and you have to build them yourself. It's that they're really expensive. Just don't do it. Save your money. Don't waste your time. You do not learn when you build these how pedals work. You learn how to put components into a circuit board. You do not learn how to modify circuits. You do not learn how to change things around. Occasionally, they will give you options. I think this had an option where you could not use this switch over here, and you could just wire it up as a TS9 or something like that. I obviously opted for the switch, whatever. But if you're looking to brush up on your soldering, don't waste time with this when you can buy the real thing for almost the same price or used cheaper. Just spend your time learning how to wire up a pickguard. This will have way more value to you because you'll probably change your pickups out way more often than you'll work on a circuit board. Another pickguard. So I can have a guitar, same guitar, I could throw in different pickguards for different uses. This is way, well, but either of these, it's a way more useful experience trying to figure out how to wire up the super switch here. Then we'll be learning how to wire this up. Because again, you don't learn anything when you wire this up. If you learn this, you learn where the pickups go on here. You learn where the controls go. You'll learn how to, if I want to reassign the tone controls, I can do that. If I want to put in a switch where it does coil tapping or phase inversion or whatever it is that you're into, you'll learn actually how to do that and how to actually modify your pickguards. When you build these, you learn where to put the resistors into an already printed circuit board. You don't really learn a whole lot. If you wanted to modify this, good luck. You have no idea how to modify it. Plus it's on a circuit board, so you'd have to modify the circuit board and put in jumpers and whatnot. I do not recommend making your pedals because you can just buy them cheaper. Now, if you're looking for sound clips of these two pedals, I'm not putting in sound clips for these two pedals because the video is not about do these sound good. The video is just about should you do this, and the answer to that is no, because you can get them the real things cheaper.